For this proud Canadian who hasn't been a professional for long, in fact, came to the sport at 15, but was always a longtime fan of boxing films and literature. Melinda Watpool owns a hardware store, helps the family on the farm, and of course, if she owns a hardware store, she has the tools to build the trophy case. She would like to bring this championship back to Canada, Amir. And again, you look at her record, and she's 7-0, 2 knockouts. Not a lot of experience, but everything relatively speaking, the women's game is still on the rise. The quality continues to emerge, and of course, tonight, these two have a stage that they've never had before.
Never in their life have they had this stage. When I saw her last fight, when I watched tape on her last fight, she was relentless, she was resilient. She just kept on going at the fighter. That's why when I found out she had 2 knockouts, I was like, wow. Because she just keeps it going. She doesn't stop.
That was a victory over their common opponent, Natasha Spence, the fellow Canadian. Roy, again, for Melinda Watpool. Speak about your first title opportunity and what it meant to you after all the work that you had put in.
It meant the world. I mean, this is what you box for. If you don't ever become world champion, it's almost like you failed in boxing if you're a high-tech type fighter, you know? So this is the opportunity of a lifetime. It's a once-in-a-llifetime opportunity for some. So she hopes she can close the door and get what she needs to get on this fight night.
According to BoxRec, she is the only active female 168-pounder hailing from the True North Strong and Free. And a first attempt to win a widely recognized title, fighting for the first time here in America. All of her previous fights in Canada. Fan-friendly style, but against a knockout artist like Green, you got to be careful when you put that pressure on.
Opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, please welcome to the ring, Shadasiagreen.
I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. My wife told me this great expression. To get something you never
You hear the motivational words, and she's all about mantras. Be phenomenal or be forgotten. The sweet Terminator, Shadasiagreen, she does not want to be forgotten. She started boxing at 15 to help with her basketball footwork, and as a basketball player, and Roy, I know you're a hoopster through and through. Old Dominion, as a freshman, they made it to the Sweet 16, so she is a world-class athlete through and through. Comes in 14-1 with the 11 knockouts. The loss to Franchon Cruz-Dezurn. Dezurn made it ugly. Many people think Watpool have to do the same thing, have to smother the offense of someone who is a rarity in women's boxing, a knockout artist.
That's what she better do. She better go in there and try to smother that punching power so that she can survive, make it an ugly fight, and maybe she can be victorious, but we'll see.
Second female promoted by Jake Paul's Most Valuable Promotions. Of course, Amanda Serrano was the first. This is her second attempt at a title after losing to Cruz-Dezurn for a vacant title in this division. Let's go to Big Mo.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from AT&T Stadium, this is the final bout of our undercard, and it is scheduled for 10 2-minute rounds, and it is for the vacant WBO Super Middleweight Championship of the world. Our judges at ringside, from Nevada, Lisa Chiampa; from Canada, Jeremy Hayes; and from Texas, Jesse Reyes; and our timekeepers, Genaro Perez and Arthur White; and our referee in charge when the bell rings, from Texas, James Green. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the purple trunks with black trim, she weighed in at 166.8 pounds. She holds an undefeated professional record of 7 victories, opposite no defeats, with 2 of those wins coming by way of knockout. And she fights out of Pepperlaw, Ontario, Canada, representing United Boxing Promotions, introducing Melinda, the Whip, Watpool. And now her opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with white trim, she stands 5 feet, 8 inches tall. She weighed in at 167.8 pounds. She holds a near-perfect professional record of 14 victories, opposite just 1 defeat, with 11 of those wins coming by way of knockout. And she fights out of Patterson, New Jersey, USA. Introducing Shadasha, the Sweet Terminator Green.
Go, ladies. Let's go, ladies. Okay, ladies. This is for the WBO Super Middleweight Championship of the World. You got your instructions in the dressing room. I want you to protect yourself at all times and obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves, back to your corners.
So, the first of our 3 World Championship fights here at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Shadasiagreen hopes the second time is the harm for her opponent. And for Watpool, wants to become the first ever Canadian women's 168-pound champion. And again, for both of these fighters to be able to do it under the brightest of lights, as of course women's sports, a huge meteoric rise here led by the likes of Caitlin Clark. But across the sports world, we are seeing women getting their due, and we're starting to see it in boxing too.
Of course, you're seeing it in boxing, but this is the best situation ever for women's boxing here, because what Jake has done and allowed these women to be able to do on this card tonight is out of this world. What they did 2 years ago was out of this world.
And we're talking, of course, of the fight between Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, which is the second women's title. Oh, beautiful right hand curling around the guard, and already Green landing some power shots, Amir.
Yeah, landing power shots. Usually overwhelms her opponents with power and speed and strength, and she usually walks them down like she's doing right now.
Yeah, Jake Paul signing Amanda Serrano, just a legendary fighter who, until she's 36 now, wasn't until this week that she got a cell phone. That's how committed she was to boxing. No dates, no drinking, no smoking. It's a reason she's the Guinness World Record holder for female fighters as a champion in 7 divisions. And now we've got Green, the second female fighter, and an opportunity for Watpool to land a right hand. She missed it on the counter.
That dedication's why is where she's at.
Yeah. And the same can be 100%. Said for Katie Taylor. Very 100%. Instrumental in bringing women's boxing to the Olympics. But you know what? We'll have plenty of time to talk about them. Right now, the moment belongs to Green and Watpool. Watpool trying to attack Green on the ropes, Roy.
Watpool's staying at a very bad distance, though. She needs to get closer to Green, because right now she's staring right on the end of Green's punches, and that's not good, because Green is throwing mean punches with bad intent.
Trainer Barry Porter, intent on wanting to establish that thudding, that battering jab, and of course the physical advantages belong to Green. And in women's boxing, 2-minute rounds, and title fights are 10. We're going to round 2.
Goes by so quick.
Oh yes, it does. And when we're not paid by the hour, buddy, why not, right?
Right.
Thank you, man. Thank you, sir.
Get closer to her, work your shots, all right? At some point, we're going to start walking her down a little bit, right? Because she's worried about coming in, so we're going to have to go to her, all right? How you feel, good?
Looking for the right, which you see. Yeah. You know, but don't be so preoccupied with her sometimes that you don't see your own.
Seconds down. Seconds down. Let's go. Seconds down. Go back to your corner.
Bell, round number 2. Again, 2-minute rounds in the female division, so you can expect to see action pick up in a hurry. And already they're meet in the center of the ring, and it's Green establishing the jab, but here comes Watpool. Tried to get in close, and this is what Watpool has to do, according to the strategy of Franchon Cruz-Dezern.
Yes, Watpool definitely has to push the issue, get close to her, get out of that danger zone she's in, stand on the outside.
That's her best way of winning, is going off the jab and then doing combinations off that, and just keep staying resilient and with her opponent being a lot stronger.
And speaking of cross,
Yeah, like that.
beautiful
Like that.
combo, and boy, did Watpool feel that shot, yet she's still standing, but that was a flush right hand through the guard by Green.
If you stay outside like that, you're going to allow Green to continue to land big shots like that. You got to close the gap and get close to her. You can't let her pick you apart on the outside.
And Watpool is indeed trying to do just that, Amir.
Yeah.
There's no fear when your first, world championship fight. This is what you've worked to get to, and despite maybe the lack of experience, that Green has, this is something that Watpool has earned, and yet Green is earning Watpool's respect with the jab.
Yeah, but Watpool stays right here where she is. She's in a bad place.
Yeah, I was going to say squaring up right in front of a knockout artist like Green.
And not going close to her. You got to smother that power.
And again, it wasn't the most aesthetically pleasing.
Ooh, great right hand.
Punch out, ladies.
Green.
Punch
Great
out.
right hand. It was flush.
No punching. I got you. No punching. Let her go.
Now, Green still maintains, and after watching it,
another good right hand.
another good right hand indeed. Green has been down. It should have been ruled a slip in her career, but I mean, Watpool is trying to let it whip, as it were. The whip. Watpool
that was a good right hand.
1-2, Amir, from Green. So the action indeed picking again.
Yeah, they're exchanging, man.
As we expect, the
Going for
women always bring the smoke.
You love to see it.
And I love to see my friends from all the smoke in attendance tonight. NBA stars, Jackson and
Watpool
Barnes.
landed the right hand there, but then, Green landed the right hand right there.
Oh,
There goes
wow.
a big right hand by Green,
Very
right
big.
down the pipe. That's why Watpool can't stay out there. Again, you see line up with the jab, and there goes a big right hand, but you see the distance. She's Watpool to fight at a very, very bad distance right there.
You good? Yeah. She don't know how to get in there, so that means you're gonna have to go to her. Yeah. All right, take her to school right now. All right. Hold your right hand up. It's a little too low for me. Okay. You understand? Yeah.
Barry Porter, the trainer.
It's a little too low for me. All right. No, you're doing fine. I want you to be first, though. Okay? Be first.
Taking a page out of Nature Boy Ric Flair's playbook, Roy. It's time to go to school for Shadasiagreen, who has been able to keep Watpool at bay for the most part, but and we go into round 3, total punches through 4 minutes of action. That's 2 rounds for the females. Green, 17 of 69 for 25%. Watpool, 10 of 64, 16%. And Green coming in, landing the combinations and evacuating.
Yeah, when Green can keep at this distance, Green is good.
Nice job.
So Watpool got to get closer and close the door. She can't stay out here at this distance. This is Green's distance. And Green being a power puncher that she is, eventually if you keep messing around that deep water, she gonna catch you.
Yeah, when you get too comfortable with the power puncher, it just comes out of nowhere sometimes.
Exactly.
Amir, we mentioned Cruz Dezern a few times, and she's a unified champion in this weight class.
Oh, good shot by Watpool.
Another great
that hurt.
Yeah, bringing the fight.
Yeah, she's bringing it.
Savannah Marshall moved on to MMA for now, so she's a championship in recess. That's why there's the vacancy. But Watpool standing her ground. Nice defense there. Ducks underneath the right hand of Green.
I mean, yeah, she's showing that she could fight at this level. And she's trying to prove a point.
A 5-time national amateur champion in Canada. And again, a longtime student of the game. But for Shadasiagreen, again, an athlete, high-level basketball player, Roy.
Yeah, these high-level basketball players turn out to be really good fighters.
Why do you think that is?
Because of the footwork. You know, when they got footwork like that, it makes it very easy to transfer from basketball to boxing.
Now, Watpool is smothering her offense coming in there, Amir, with that right hand. She's just a little not managing distance like I think she really wants to now, because there's opportunity, and of course there's the great danger that could come in return.
Honestly.
Jab by Green. Along the ropes, using lateral movement, side to side. Right hand through the guard of Watpool. Tries to go for a lunging left hook, does Green. 1-2 at the end of 3.
Yeah, it was very sloppy, though.
Yeah. You find that sloppy at all, Amir? Or?
What? What are you talking about?
Beautiful Mike Tyson tattoo. That's not sloppy, is it?
I didn't even see that. Hey, I like it. I like it.
Should it be on his face, though?
I don't know. That's his decision.
Mad Mike Tyson. I mean, with that kind of commitment, you know people around the world, he's a global icon. He's had a Dickensian career, the best of times, the worst of times, but he is someone people have always been drawn to. And Jake Paul, well,
100%.
my goodness, in this attention economy, he has turned attention to the mega earnings. He's a disruptor, but yet he's also a man that wants to change the way business is done in boxing. And it's Mike Tyson, Jake Paul, headlining the first boxing event on Netflix. Coming up later tonight, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. This is round 4, scheduled for 10 for a vacant 168-pound title. And let's bring in our unofficial score rules expert, Sean Wheelock. How do you have it after 3, my friend?
Morrow, 29-28, Shadasiagreen. I gave Green rounds 1 and 2. Round 3 narrowly to Melinda Watpool. Roy, you are nailing it. When Green can stay long, she's landing off of the jab, the clean rear counters. Watpool, though, in the mid-range and in the pocket, that's where she's effective. That's why I gave Melinda Watpool round number 3.
Watpool got to not be afraid to take the risk and just go ahead and go in there, because if you keep staying outside like this, you're going to get caught anyway eventually. So go ahead and take your shots, go in, make it ugly. That's the only chance you got.
Yeah, I was just going to say that's her only chance to bring the fight to her, get closer to her while she's fighting. Don't give her too much room.
You're not going to outbox Shadasiagreen.
Not at all.
Watpool turned pro in 2022. Has averaged 3 wins a year against steadily improving opposition. Last 4 fights, though, went the scheduled distance. She started her career with 2 KOs in her first 3 bouts, but again, facing a former title challenger in Shadasiagreen, and Green, of course, looking to make a lot of green. In order to do that, Roy, you got to be the champion.
Yep.
Yep.
What do you think of the output? It seems to be lagging just a bit, no, Amir?
Yeah, it's lagging a bit, but Watpool just bringing the fight to her. Shadasiagreen's obviously she's a better boxer, but Watpool says that this is the moment, this is the biggest stage. Like, she wants to show the world what she got.
It seems like Green might be setting a trap for that counter right hand, Roy.
She's been setting it all night. Just Watpool been able to escape like that. And as long as she can escape, it's cool, but she's not doing nothing off of it. So once she starts attacking and get on in too close for her like that, she'd be safer. Staying outside makes it dangerous.
Very nice. You're doing good, Red. When she inside holding, touch with that. Because she's trying to hold and slow the action down. Keep touching her so she has to hold. You're doing beautiful. Turn into those right hand, boom, like a snap. Yeah, we need more whip, right? But just keep doing what you're doing. Keep turning. And sometimes from here to here, to here to here. Without the same distance.
You can't deal with that explosion.
Yeah.
Don't make her life easy, okay?
She's frustrating. Just keep doing what you're doing. And we're going to keep pressuring her, keep pressuring her. It's hard for people to win by going on the back foot. Keep her on the back foot all night. Right? And you see those right hand. Don't get lazy with them. Boom, boom.
Well, everyone is watching around the world, and I need to give a shout out to my my compadre Brian Custer with the PBC and of course Showtime Championship Boxing, who lets me know that the sweet Terminator Green trains at his gym in Oakland, New Jersey, and of course Barry Porter, the father of boxer Kendall Holt.
Yep. Barry Porter's a good trainer.
See, it's nice to have friends contribute.
Yes, very good friends.
Round 5 now, scheduled for 10 for the vacant 168-pound division crown. Watpool doing exactly what she needs to do, Amir, but it doesn't look like she's able to hurt Green.
Yeah, Green is strong, she's bigger, and then she's going to be able to take those punches. Plus, she has the advantage in skill. Her only way, like me and Roy were saying, is for Watpool to bring the fight close to her and fight on the inside. But she might get caught with something crazy if she does. So it's always a risk.
It's a risk, but it's the only chance for Watpool to get inside those long arms.
Yeah.
If she don't get inside, she definitely is going to get caught.
Yeah, 100%.
Inside makes it ugly. She has less a chance of getting caught.
Yep.
She's noted that her endurance and conditioning, she feels, will be an advantage over Green. And she said the importance of routine and focus in her training. She utilizes journaling, visualization techniques. I was here last night for rehearsal. Jake Paul showed up, literally meditated in the ring for 20 minutes. It's nice to see an awakening in terms of our self-care and mental health, you guys. We need it more now than ever, and it plays a huge factor in boxing. It's all mental.
That's what they say.
80% mental, 20% physical.
Watpool backing Green up.
Yes.
What would you say, Roy?
I don't know.
Right
I'm
hand.
from the old school.
Yeah.
You just fight.
Exactly. Oh, good shot.
Good shot by Watpool. Then Green comes back with a right hand. And Watpool definitely watched the Cruz Dessert fight because she's doing what Cruz Dessert did to try to slow down Green.
Yep.
Believe it.
We are at the end of the first half of this championship fight. And indeed, the action beginning to heat up.
Time.
So as we look at the Dallas skyline, Jake Paul meets Mike Tyson in a unique encounter at heavyweight. It will be an officially sanctioned fight here in Texas later tonight on Netflix. Katie Taylor defends the undisputed 140-pound crown against unified featherweight champion Amanda Serrano. It's a rematch of the greatest women's boxing match ever. And here comes the Guinness World Record holder when it comes to championships in the women's division. She's won 7 from 115 to 140. She is someone that has always been committed to being the best boxer. And as she blocks out the noise with the music, doing a little shuffle, getting into the groove, she's going to be busting a big move in the ring later tonight as Amanda Serrano looks to become a 2-division undisputed champion.
We shall see.
And speaking of champions, Green and Watpool want to call themselves a champion here tonight as we begin round 6.
What Green is doing here is really smart, but she's now pushing the issue to Watpool, not allowing Watpool to bring the issue to her. So by her pushing the issue, it gives her the advantage early, like that hook right there.
Yeah, that was a hard punch.
Yeah.
Watpool in the purple with the black trim, Green in the black with white trim. And Green lands a beautiful right hand. There's the jab from Watpool, but Watpool is squaring up in front of someone like Green, and she just felt the power right there.
She did. 100%.
Like I said, Green pushed the issue because she's the bigger fighter. She's pushed the issue, which is very smart on her behalf.
There's a right hand, a clubbing right hand that moved Watpool, and Green now, you guys are picking up momentum. She may be turning Green and getting ready to Hulk smash Watpool.
Watpool don't want to see this. Watpool should have took advantage when she had the opportunity.
100%.
Now, Green told her to do this 3 rounds ago, but now Green is actually doing what the corner told her to do. Got an old friend of mine, Al Cole, over there in the corner, helping Porter with Green, so that's a beautiful thing to see.
Referee just administering a whoa.
Very wild punch.
30 seconds. Clip. Green clips Watpool with a left hook.
Okay, Green won the first half of the round, but Watpool looked like she won the second half of the round. Once again, you see her feint that jab. That was a big left hook right there. That definitely hurt Watpool.
Big rep, give me something big. All her fights are coming forward, right? So that means she don't know what to do going back, all right? Don't look for no big shots, all right? No big shots, all medium shots, all right? Big rep.
Let's go.
So here in Texas, not everything has to be a Nolan Ryan or a Aroldis Chapman fastball. According to Barry Porter, he'd like to see some medium punches, Roy.
Right, he needs to see some because that'll make it set up the bigger punches.
And speaking of fastballs, total power through 6 for Green, 47 of 118 for 40% clip. Watpool, 43 of 124, 35%. And when you hold a world championship fight, you're looking at 2 of the best. Those are the numbers you want to see, a competitive contest.
You better believe it. But I think Green is getting more confidence as they go.
Yeah, she is. And she has more power, too, so Watpool can get caught with something really effective.
Yeah, they're beginning to really sit down on their punches, but let's bring in our unofficial score rules expert, Sean Wheelock.
Morrow, 3 rounds apiece, 57-57. To me, this is a quintessential range fight. Rounds 1, 2, and 6, which I gave to Shadasiagreen. She's controlling from the distance, stepping forward with straight punches. Rounds 3, 4, and 5, which I gave to Melinda Watpool. She's landing effectively in the mid-range, in the pocket, and even in the clinch.
Beautiful combination countered there by Watpool. Just over a minute left in the 7th, and we had the feeling all process, information was collected, and now it's turning into a world championship fight.
Watpool does a good job of stepping those right hands now. Got to give her credit for this. She has good defense with her head movement.
And again, Amir, I mean, obviously Watpool saw it, so she smothered it, but you can see that Green is trying to set that trap along the ropes to launch that lethal right.
I was just thinking that that's what she was doing. Because she just needs one, she's so strong, she just needs one punch to really disorient somebody.
Would it behoove her to start to put together some combinations against the smaller opponent? Oh, but Watpool's the one that's coming forward.
She's coming forward, she's relentless.
Watpool's jab backing up Green, and we are through 7 rounds. Hey, let's take a closer look at the main event participants later tonight on Netflix. And let's begin with a man who needs no introduction. He was the youngest heavyweight champion ever, tortured by fellow Canadian Trevor Berbick in less than 2 rounds. The 38th anniversary of that fight, 1 week from tonight. He was the undisputed heavyweight champion from 1987 to 1990. A dedicated family man. And Mike, your son Amir, doing yourself proud so far tonight. He's got 2 with his current wife, Kiki. And of course, his plaque is in Canastota, New York, in the International Boxing Hall of Fame. And, well, this man wants to be a Hall of Famer one day. I don't laugh. He's KO'd or knocked out every opponent he's faced. He is the most followed boxer in the world across social media. And love him or loathe him, he's already changed the game when it comes to fighter pay in women's boxing. And he is a budding entrepreneur. Paul versus Tyson. What is life? This is round number 8 between Green in the black and white, Watpool in the purple and black.
I think Watpool won that last round.
Nice double jab. Sorry, Roy.
I think Watpool won that last round.
For sure.
See what Green come back with this round. So far, she started with a great jab. Let's see how she does with the rest of it.
And Green is stronger. That's why I'm like, why can't you have to use your strength, use your advantages? You would think, like, why is she getting backed up? But that's what's going on in this fight.
She's boxing, but she still should be going forward like she did 2 rounds ago. 2 rounds ago when she went forward, she was much more successful.
Right.
Green utilizing that footwork that we talked about, honed on the basketball court and in the gym. Needs to target there, double jab, splitting the guard of Watpool, but doesn't throw the right, and that right is low. It's cocked, Roy.
Yes,
you know a thing or two about using low hands to your advantage.
Good right hand by Watpool, though. But it looked like Green was trying to set the right hand up.
Nice check left hook by Green. Watpool, what do you make of her strategy, Amir, as we go into the championship rounds in 45 seconds?
Yeah, she's just pushing her back. She's making Green fight on her back foot, and she wants to stay close to her opponent because Shadasia has better boxing skills.
Oh. Under 30 remaining in the 8th. When you see Green bouncing up on her feet, up and down on her feet like that, Roy, what's she doing?
Well, she is kind of controlling the ring, keeping Watpool away from her, changing direction because Watpool's footwork ain't that good. So she's using her footwork to keep Watpool from punching. See how Watpool not throwing the punches? Because she got to change direction too much. Though that was a close round there.
It's been a close fight. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Nice work. Nice work. You're doing your thing. Nice. I like it. I like it. She ain't on this level. Don't treat her like she on this level. You understand? Don't treat her like she on this level. Yes. No. Listen, shut up. That's a fucking low hitter. You understand? I'm positive.
That's beautiful. Just keep the way you do it. Don't let her play games. Let her play games. Now, next 2 rounds, she's going to try to play mind games. But she's losing. She knows she's losing.
Down.
That's Dwight Fraser, Watpool's trainer. She also recently started working with a strength and conditioning coach. It's positively impacted her performance, making her punches stronger, improving her stamina. We've reached the championship rounds here for this vacant women's 168-pound division title.
Held her up a bit.
Good jab by Watpool.
Keep your head up. Keep your head up.
Total punches through 8. Oh, and Green just landed a left hook, but good defense there from Watpool. 73 of 271, 27% for Green, 88 of 324, 27% for Watpool. So this vacant championship definitely hanging in the balance here.
Good body shot by
Great exchange, and the action really picking up here now because the championship rounds, well, they call for championship grit and heart, Amir.
Yeah, these 2 rounds are going to be very pivotal on who actually comes out victorious in this fight. It could go either way depending on what happens in these 2 rounds.
Roy, again, the adjustments that are going to secure the championship for each of these fighters, what do they need to do? Because time is running out.
Well, Watpool needs to keep being busy like she's doing right now.
Lead right hand.
And Shadasiagreen got to quit waiting. She needs to push the issue first, but she's waiting.
Oh, nice counter right by Watpool.
Both of them are getting good, great combinations, power punches throughout the round.
And yet Green has not really been able to take advantage of her reach advantage, Amir.
Yeah.
I got you. Off ahead.
And the size advantage.
Yeah.
Just over half minute remaining here in the penultimate round. A left hook that may have been a decoy by Watpool. Lazy left to set up the right, Roy.
It was.
Break.
Wanted to keep turning Green. Green there sits down on that left hook. But you're not enough offense from Green and missing wildly.
And it takes a lot out of you to miss those big punches like that.
So, 10th and final round. The championship hangs in the balance. And later tonight, AT&T Stadium, this, well, stunning feat of engineering and design will play host to a Fab 4 night of fights. And it all culminates with a double main event. The fight the world will be watching, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson at heavyweight, and Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano promise to repeat their 2022 Fight of the Year effort. 2 of the very best to ever put on the gloves in the women's world of fighting. Trailblazers, Titans, Taylor and Serrano on the stage they deserve. Netflix.
Last round.
This is the final round.
10th and final round. The crowd here appreciating the efforts of both Shadasiagreen and Melinda Watpool. They touch gloves to show sportsmanship, and we are going to...
Let's go.
She was rushing to get it on.
Switch back, rewind it back. What was the rest of the line? Old school. 10th and final round. And Roy, do we see Shadasiagreen just start to put together those effective crushing combinations that we've seen her do in the past, or is she, as Watpool, earned her respect and made her maybe think more than she wants to?
Yeah, she's thinking more than she wants to, but she's controlling this round with a jab. That's good. But Watpool ain't laying down. That's
all right.
Not at all.
Well, let's bring in Sean Wheelock, our unofficial score and rules expert. Sean, does it remain as close as we think it is?
I believe so, Morrow. Certainly on my unofficial scorecard. 5 rounds to 4, 86-85, entering round number 10. Melinda Watpool.
Wow.
Rounds 8 and 9, though, Morrow, exceptionally close.
Green was the favorite coming into the fight, has more experience at this weight, has challenged for a title before. But it's Melinda, the Whip, Watpool. Composed, collected, picking her spots. And the lateral, there's the footwork of Green. But effective punching is the #1 scoring criteria, Amir.
Yep. accuracy, power. That's what the judges look for.
And in order to have effective punching, Roy, you have to what? You got to throw.
You better throw him. But
I'm interested at the tentativeness of Shadasiagreen here, Amir.
Yeah. She's acting like she won the fight already. And sometimes when you with the promoter, you can act like this.
Right.
Felix
Yeah,
Trinidad,
you can.
Oscar Della.
We know what's up. Yeah.
Oscar De La Hoya, Felix Trinidad.
Yeah.
But I mean, for a championship fight, Melinda Watpool, effective strategy, but again, it's up to the 3 judges at ringside, and we will all be sitting on tenterhooks awaiting the decision. Who is going to walk out of AT&T Stadium a super middleweight champion? Will it be a Canadian making history as the first female to win a title in that division? Or will Shadasiagreen erase the bitter memory of her lone defeat and become a champion at last? And Sean Wheelock, how do you have this fight after 10 complete rounds?
Mauro, I have Melinda Watpool is the new WBO Women's 168-pound world champion. 6 rounds to 4, 96-94 on my unofficial scorecard. Roy, I think you nailed it throughout this fight on your commentary. When Shadasiagreen was controlling on the outside, an effective jab, clean counters with the rear right hand, but Melinda Watpool negated the clean technical boxing, the excellent footwork, the ring generalship of Shadasiagreen by coming to the inside. Watpool throughout this fight, effective in the mid-range, effective in the pocket. She even landed in the clinch. Again, I have her winning by 6 rounds to 4, 96-94.